Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Meta Quest 3 VR headset. Now just a quick side note, we have purchased this headset predominantly for use with our racing rig, so just bear that in mind as this will be our main focus throughout the video, and we'll hopefully get to show you some gameplay as we go. Now just grabbing the headset itself out of the packaging, you'll see it's extremely well built and has a real modern, sleek design. One of the biggest changes you'll notice from the Meta Quest 2 is the pass-through cameras on the front of the headset. Now what this allows the user to have is spatial awareness when wearing the headset, as it will project your surroundings into the lenses themselves. Now moving on to the lenses, they are 4K per eye of resolution. The image is extremely clear, especially when gaming. However, just note that the pass-through cameras can sometimes appear slightly blurry, and the distortion can be a little bit disorientating when you're wearing the headset. It's not realistically something you're going to be wearing long term, but having the option of the pass-through lenses is extremely helpful. A real case usage for this would be, for example, cooking. You could open a YouTube video while cooking and watch a tutorial on the meal that you're preparing and work real time while watching the video in VR, which we think is a really good addition to the headset. In terms of user comfort, you can adjust the headset using this Velcro strap on the top and also these small tabs which just slide side to side. There is also a foam eye shield around the headset. However, we have found this to not quite be the best design, and over long periods of use you do feel that the weight of the headset start to push down on your head, and realistically I feel like this could have been a better design. There is an optional extra for a silicone face shield which we're yet to try, so hopefully we'll get our hands on that in the future. Now moving on to the controllers. So these have been redesigned since the Meta Quest 2, now removing the tracking ring. Now some users have reported that the tracking on these isn't as good as the Meta Quest 2. Now as I say, we haven't tried one of those, but so far we've found the tracking on these to be absolutely brilliant. They fit really well into your hands and have quite a nice ergonomic design. You have various triggers and bumpers along with some analog sticks and a couple of buttons for use within your games. You do also have the wrist straps as well, which we would highly recommend using when gaming to avoid any damage or potential sort of throwing of the controller. In the box you will also receive a USB-C to USB-C cable along with a power brick which can be used to charge the headset. Unfortunately, you don't receive one of the Quest Link cables. This is something I would have really liked to have seen included in the box, especially when it costs an additional £90. However, with the Quest 3, you are recommended to use the AirLink software, which will pair the headset to your PC. So I can understand why they don't include it, but personally for our applications with sim racing, it is much better to have a wired connection. So I would have liked to have seen this included, but I can understand the reasons as to why it was not. Now with the Quest software installed onto our PC, let's jump onto the sim rig, go through some of the menus within the headset itself, and also show you some gameplay. We did run into some issues while installing the Quest software, where the download seemed to stall around sort of 10% away from being finished. Our download speed dropped drastically and seemed to take an eternity to finish. After a quick Google, it seems this is a really common issue, and hopefully they will update this in the future. But just bear with it and it will eventually finish the download. As you can now see, we are recording from within the headset itself using the Quest software. We're greeted with our menu bar where we can access our library of various applications and games. So we have access to Netflix or YouTube VR, for example. We have the pass-through cameras enabled, meaning that we are able to see our surroundings. So this gives us access to move windows around the room while still being able to visualize our surroundings. This is the application we was describing earlier, where say you could pin a YouTube video in a certain area of your screen while working in another. So as we said, you could cook and also watch a tutorial on the meal that you're preparing in real time and have access to all the information you would need. We think this is a really great application of a real world scenario where these headsets could come in handy. Now closing that menu down, we also have access to a camera where we can screen record as we are, our store, or various different areas of the Meta software. We haven't got many applications installed on our Quest at this moment, as we've only recently taken delivery. And as we say, this is designed more for our sim rig, which we will jump onto shortly, get some games installed, and hopefully show you some gameplay. So bear with us while we go through some more setup and get Race Room working on the headset, and we'll be back with you in a few minutes. So now with our headset connected to the PC using the AirLink software, let's jump into Race Room and take a look around. Our sim rig uses quad Samsung G5 displays, which have been an incredible upgrade from our previous single G9 display. However, after trying VR at a friend's house, we just had to get our hands on one. Now in conclusion, the MetaQuest 3 is a leap forward in virtual reality, combining a sleek design with stunning displays and powerful performance, along with some very innovative controllers. Whether you're a seasoned VR enthusiast or a newcomer, the MetaQuest 3 is a must-have addition for any tech head. Now I'm going to leave you with a bit of gameplay on Race Room, racing on Spa in a GT3 class. I hope you've enjoyed the video and it helps you with any potential purchase of a VR headset. We highly recommend the MetaQuest 3, however there is various other options on the market, so do your research and pick the headset that's best for you.